God was in control in Bible times. God made the world. He made men and ladies and animals and plants and water and trees and grass and food and greens. God said good, and He made everything out of nothing.
God told Noah to make a big boat as he was going to send a flood. So Noah made the boat really big, and then God told them to take all the animals and load them one by one. The flood came for 40 days, 40 nights. When the flood was over, God promised to never send the flood again. For sign was a rainbow.
God was in control in Bible times. The Israelites were in slavery in Egypt. God told Moses to go tell King Pharaoh to let God's people go. But King Pharaoh said, "No!" So God had to teach him a lesson. He sent gnats and other plagues. At last he sent the angel of death. And in the morning Pharaoh said, "Just leave," because his oldest son died. So they left in the night.
God was in control in Bible times. Moses saved the slaves from slavery in Egypt, and Pharaoh said they have been free for a long time, so Pharaoh and the soldiers ran after them. Moses and the slaves stopped, and there was water in front of them. The soldiers were in the back, and mountains were on both sides. God parted the sea, and they walked across the Red Sea, and the soldiers drowned it.
God was in control in Bible times. Joshua was a prophet of God. One night God came to him and said, "Joshua, you will cross the Jordan River and then go around Jericho for 7 days of silence. On the 7th day, make as much noise as you can." So Joshua ran around it 7 times of silence. And on the 7th day, he came, and they made as much noise as they could. The walls came tumbling down, and the land was free.
God was in control in Bible times. The Israelites were fighting the Philistines. The Philistines were winning. Then the Israelites took the Ark of the Covenant into the battle. The Philistines took the Ark of the Covenant to their idol. But God knocked down their idol and pulled off his arms and gave some of the Philistines. Everyone did not want to return it, so they made cattle return the Ark of the Covenant.
God was in control in Bible times. A long time ago, people were saying to Elijah, "Your God isn't as powerful as our God Baal." He said, "Okay then, if you think that, then let's have a contest. Whoever God lights a lamb on fire on the hill." They said, "Okay." So when they got there, the Israelites went there first. They prayed to Baal, and nothing happened. When it was Elijah's turn, he put water all around it and prayed to God, and it burst into fire. Then they worshiped God for a long time.
God was in control in Bible times. Elijah was a prophet of God. Elijah was bold and strong. One night, Elijah heard God talking to him. God said, "Elijah, I need to talk to you. You are going to come to heaven with me. But before you do that, I need you to find a person named Elisha and teach him about me." When Elijah woke up, he went out to find Elisha. When he found Elisha, he taught him about God. Then they went up to a mountain. There was a big river, so Elijah took his robe and struck it, and the river broke into two, so they could get across. After that, they walked and walked and walked. Then they stopped and waited. Then a big gust of wind came, and a fiery chariot. Elijah went up into the gust of wind and flew away in the gust of wind to heaven.
God was in control in Bible times. When King Hezekiah went up against the Assyrians, and when they came, one of them sent a letter. Judah's king took the note into the temple and prayed. In the morning, most of the Assyrians were killed by the angel of death, and Judah was saved.
God was in control in Bible times. God told Jonah to tell people about him. Jonah escaped and disobeyed God. He went on a boat. A storm came, and Jonah fell off, and a fish swallowed him. After 3 days, the fish spit him out, and Jonah obeyed God.
God was in control in Bible times. Nebuchadnezzar had a dream. In the dream there was a statue. On the top there was gold. On the head of it. On the chest was silver, the legs were bronze, the feet were iron and clay. King Nebuchadnezzar called all of his wise men. Daniel and his friends heard about it. They prayed and prayed and prayed for 1 or 2 days. Finally God answered. Daniel went and told the king's dream. Yes, shouted the king, but what does it mean? The gold is your kingdom, the silver will take over. After that, the iron and clay will take over you. All three because you think you are the best. A year passed, nothing happened. One day Nebuchadnezzar said to himself, I am the best, no one is better than me. Suddenly he went funny, no one knew what was wrong. They left him in the wild. 7 years passed. He said God is in control, and he went back to the palace.
God was in control in Bible times. King Nebuchadnezzar threw Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego in a fiery furnace. Suddenly he saw 4 men inside. The 4th one was an angel. God had saved them from the fire. King Nebuchadnezzar was sorry, and he hugged Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, and he said that your God is an awesome God.
God was in control in Bible times. A long time ago, Mary and Joseph went to Bethlehem to register. While they were there, the time came for Jesus to be born, and the city was so crowded there was no room for them in the inn. Jesus is the light of the world.
God was in control in Bible times. When Jesus was alive, people said that Jesus said bad things about God. So Jesus and another guy went to see the judge, and the people wanted the guy to stay alive and wanted Jesus to die. So they had him wear purple and put a thorny crown on him and tortured him. They had him carry a cross, and they put the cross in the ground and nailed Jesus to the cross. There were 2 other guys on the cross. And one guy asked Jesus to forgive him from all his sins. And Jesus said, you can't go to heaven. And another guy did not ask Jesus to forgive him for his sins. So Jesus said, you may not go to heaven. Then the 2 guys died. And Jesus said it was finished. And God was so sad that the sky was black. 3 days later, Jesus rose from the dead.